Do you see the box? What it says on the back? Do you see the photos, everything, right?
No, I wanted to see the demos of the games, and just when I got there on the spot, boom.
Heavy.
And then, he went to read a screen that said I don't know what, but it bored me horribly.
I haven't finished reading.
You see? That is what I tell you, that you are not Soros. You only have pure pachanga and no effort.
Sure, that's why I brought you here. Besides, I was not planned. So anyway, you must do it.
Total, look, you kept playing, no machine on.
What a pity.
The truth is that I also wanted to play a game of Bomberman 3. Well, I finally got to a little port where the virtual ball was shown, and I got excited again, but not at all. They were just showing images on some screens.
Well, and where did it all end?
Well, in about 2.
When I got back to the place where the Game Boys were, what do you think?
They had already turned on the power.
And on one of the Game Boys was the killer game of Killer Instinct. And I started playing like crazy. The bad thing is that so that nobody blew the Game Boys, they put a white tape here in the middle of the screen.
And you couldn't see anything.
I didn't know they're coming back.
So it's kind of crazy, normal for you, right?
As usual.
Well, you know what? Better let's go to some commercials and we are going to return with North Nintendo and see what good things we can come up with.
Deluxe.
Look, it's a backpack.
What madness.
Telegon.
The best interactive television contest.
Makes it conventional television.
A Telegonomania.
There are thousands of prizes involved.
From televisions and VCRs.
Even trips and houses. But remember,
If you don't watch Aztec television,
not when.
Telegana.
How are you?
Good morning, I'm Bruce in the tower. Sorry, Bruce in the tower. Well, the point is, this is the news.
The Playmobil Company, known for its work in the production of the Earthworm Jim game, announced the release of its sequel to this same game. This new game, starring this special worm named Jim, will be made by a very special animation technique called Animotion 2, in which Nick Jones, its programmer, will give Jim's movements a lot of fluidity, and it will be possible to really highlight each of the details of this programming according to the comments. Earthworm Jim 2 will have scenes and characters created with renders that is the same technique used with Donkey Kong Country, and this seems strange to us because in an interview with Nick Jones, he commented that he did not like that technique. He must have a reason, right, Freddy?
Indeed. In other news and on the same topic, Elward Yem's appearance on television in a new cartoon series that will soon start in the United States has been announced. I hope that later it arrives in Mexico without much delay.
At Instantomania, we join the millions of people who are jumping for joy when they hear of William's announcement that the computer smash hit, Doom, will make its appearance on the Super Nintendo. As we all know, William is the company responsible for the different versions of Mortal Kombat, which is a sign of guarantee in the production of Doom, of course.
Clear.
In turn, we hope that for the Nintendo Ultra 64 there will be a special version that will only be available on this system. As a reminder, it is also important to repeat that the Nintendo Ultra 64 pushes back its release date to April 1996, for the simple reason that Nintendo executives have come to the conclusion that the Super Nintendo still has a lot of life and above all a lot of creative potential.
That it is in the hands, in the heads of video game creators such as the people from Rare or Shiny. The release of Doom is expected in early September, and it is known that it will make use of the FX2 chip developed by Nintendo and Argonaut, which will give speed and graphics generated in real time to this fun game.
On the other hand, as we already reported, the launch, also for Super Nintendo, of the Batman Forever video game was announced, which is derived from the long-awaited movie of the same name.
This game will have background and scenes digitized directly from the movie.
Yes, that's how it is. What's happening?
That? Something is.
My cartridges. No.
We need help. That's no. Oh, this game will have a unique two-player option, as both Batman and Robin can be played.
In his desire to grow, Acclaim obtained the rights from the company BUD. From the Dragon and Demolition Man games.
Dragon is a martial arts game that tells the sporting career of the legendary Bruce Lee. On the other hand, The Policeman is the game of the successful movie of the same name and starring Sylvester Stallone himself. A game with a lot of action as expected. These games for Super Nintendo will come to the end from 1995.
This was all for the moment in the world of Nintendo news, and remember, in Nokia Nintendo we are investigating. Thank you very much. The Nintendo Dodi was good, right?
It's incredible how fast the world of video games has progressed, and speaking of them, we're going to see a good game that's coming up. What a cheater you are, I was able to play it. Are you still just as envious of all of you and the dolls?
I want to see it to tell them what it is about.
Yeah, it's very, very shared, huh? Look, I'm going to tell you about Turbo Tunes, a game that will soon be released.
Turbo Tunes? Does that mean something like Turbo Cartoons? Oops, that sounds brutal. Tell me.
Indeed, this game is a great license. Notice that the high-tech people licensed a bunch of characters from the famous cartoon company. Which one?
From Warner Brothers, Walter Lantz Hanna-Barbera exact. Hanna-Barbera. This game is quite fun and very special.
First, I will tell you that this game has the fantastic option of 5 simultaneous players.
In other words, it can be shared with several maniacs.
Wow, it's luxurious.
What is it about? Ha!
Well, as I was saying, this game is quite special, since the plot consists of races starring these very famous characters. Mr. Cat, Captain Cavernicola, The Crazy Shot, Yogi Bear, well, many more. But these races, oddly enough, are held on foot.
Walking?
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Do you run like sick?
Yes, it is of pure variety. In addition, everyone is hitting each other. They take hearts, it rains during their hips. It's all the chatter. Hey, that's great, and how are the circuits?
Like Mario Kart, Rock and Roll Racing, or Super Roll?
No, stop barring.
Do I see a bar?
Burrito. What do I pay for a Vito that comes out on my nose?
No, it doesn't look like any of those. These tracks occupy a single screen and everyone plays on that track. It is not divided and no one is left off screen. The only joke is to run and run, coming back and passing the others. And so you should not collide with them or with the obstacles.
Hey, what a great idea. We can all have fun on the internet, roll the controller. And without losing detail, right? Therefore, it is the most important thing. It's fun.
Well, the way I see it, if you play alone, it's boring. But if you invite your friends or have siblings, the truth is that it gets pretty good and fun is guaranteed.
Sure, because everyone is going to do what they want and everyone has their own technique and everyone wants to win, right?
Uh-huh.
Are you going to teach it?
You're lost. Ever since we started talking about the game, the maniacs have been watching it at their house. And I think you'll agree with me that this game that's just coming out is pretty cool.
And?
I did not see it.
Now that the program is over, leave it to me, eh?
Look, the high-tech guys lend me the prototype and I can't lend it to anyone.
So as my friend Victor Trujillo used to say, pity Margarito.
Then what would you do? Would you lend the cartridge to the guy? Call us, we want to know your opinion. calls for yes already have one. And the calls for the no go from bad to worse.
Sorry, but I can't lend it to you.
What are you like?
I am a fan of those characters.
You are fan?
Touch.
You already snored me as you say. Look, better pass it on to the maniacs. Some of those tricks you've got in your folder, huh?
You're going to pay me, huh?
Ah, that they were minor?
No, you know I'm not from the movies.
Oh, okay. There are the tricks.
We're moving forward with your Corano, huh? Oh, and if they have videos, well, better.
Let's see. Here I have an Animania trick.
To get all the coins you want at the beginning of the game, the important thing is that you leave the first building and when you get to the street, approach the policeman but do not go to him to join. Rather calculate your jump well so that when you fall you hit him in the head to the guard and with this he gives you a coin. Leave the other side and repeat this until you have the coins and continue if you want. It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you find that or did you get it from somewhere?
No, I discovered it by myself. Although I do not doubt that many maniacs have already discovered it too.
Well, I'm going to tell you how to get all the lives you want in Dragon's Lair on Super Nintendo. It is very simple. It is achieved from the beginning of the game. What you have to do is enter the first world and go down the platforms in such a way that you take the 3 hearts that are in the level. Each heart is a life. Since you have them, jump to the platform on the right where the exit is and you get back in as many times as you want until you get fed up with so many lives. Don't worry. Don't worry if the game only gives you 3 lives. The rest will accumulate anyway. Also the advantage of this game is that you can always come back even if you are at a fairly advanced level.
And if you want a unique one, this game does have challenges, especially at the end. Finally, I am going to give you a password that you have to check very well, because there are many letters that you have to write down. Let's see, this trick is from some maniacs who spend a lot of their time in games pulling good tricks. Could you do us the favor of passing us this?
Password. This is happening.
To select the Institute of Mexico in the grand final of the game of
World Championship Racing. Right?
Exactly.
Let's see. The 2 with the highest score. Are you ready?
Okay, slow down, huh?
For Mexico, ready and for the grand finale aim. J.L.N.W.3J.W.F.653KWEY 3JVVF.653KVY. Ready. The captain of this group of maniacs is called CEILE. And we send our regards to him and Cecil.
Well, thank you very much. Now yes, we go to some commercials and back. Something interesting, to see what we can think of. Well, we're back here and we've invited some friends over to talk to us about their favorite video games. So, well, first we're going to introduce ourselves and then we'll talk. What is your name?
Ulysses Marquez.
Ulysses Marquez.
A pleasure, boss.
And what's your name?
Ivan Rosales.
And you?
Adolfo Marquez.
Well, can you tell us something about your favorite video games? Let's talk one by one. What is your favorite video game?
The Adventure of Batman and Robin.
Very good. Have you seen the Dota Nintendo that is coming Batman Forever a while ago?
Yeah.
How about?
Alright.
It's good, isn't it? What is the game you like the most?
Well, at the time the Batman series, both Batman and Robin and Batman Forever.
Action games? Action games. Very good.
And what's yours?
Super Street Fighter 2.
And yours?
Mega Man X2.
Mega Man X2. Hey, let's see, in your case, speaking, have you guys played the Mega Man games? Let's talk. let's see a little bit about Mega Man. What do you think now that Mega Man 7 is coming for Super Nintendo?
What is really the sequel to Mega Man 6?
It is a very good idea. That is, the sequel to Mega Man even if it is for Super Nintendo. What do you think of the new version of Mega Man 7?
It's a good idea, even though it's for Super Nintendo. In fact, Mega Man 7's graphics are good.
Do you think it was good that they invented a different story for version X?
Yes, it was good that it was different because it no longer follows the same sequel as Always Search for the Doctor. He tries to capture him, instead here it is to search for this, the robot, the enemy and Sigma, fight against him and destroy him, right? And then he comes back again, but it's another joke because there you face a human at the end and here they are already pure robots.
Now what do you think? Do you think you can continue with all versions? Because how many versions there are already a stream of versions, both for NES and Super NES. What do you think of so many versions? Is she okay or already chole with her?
Let's see, talks.
I think it's okay to continue like this.
With the sequel. And so this.
Does it make you interesting? Do you think you still have more games with this version?
I think so.
Hey, would you like other companies to do the same with other more successful games that make sequels to their most successful games? I think so, but not as many as they do to me. I think they call me it already has many versions and well already. Suddenly I'm bored.
Let's see. Well, they're in your case. In your case too. You say you like him. Which one is your favorite? Street Fighter 2 or V? I mean, it's already the version, you know what, of Street Fighter. Have you played other versions of Street Fighter? Yes, in fact I've played them all and this one. If new versions of Street come, there's no anger. But from Capcom, sorry, from Mega Man if they wouldn't be so good anymore. They're both from Capcom, right?
Yes, but I think that Mega Man, when we say Mega Man we keep thinking of the same Rawada Supergun, instead Street Fighter. Well, I like Super Street Fighter because it has more characters, right?
Sure, let's see, Augusto, what do you think of that? I mean, I already chole with the versions of Mega Man, or is it still good there?
No, he still has stamina, as he will arrive once at 10, now yes.
For example, Mega Man X, when it arrived, many called it Mega Man 10, because X in Roman is 10.
Right?
That's why many said, no, Mega Man X, Mega Man 10, Mega Man 10.
No, it's Mega Man X.
Why not?
Would you like them to continue with the sequel to Mega Man X or with the normal one?
The other sequels. I would like it to be with both, because the two have their different plots. This Mega Man, as I had already told you, is in X. Although it is the plot that I like the most. The normal ones have their joke, they are different from the others.
Let's see, well.
Would you like them to make a Mega Man for the Nintendo in a 364?
Well yes, that would be fine. Yes, make a game. But I would like it to be combined among all the Mega Mans there are, from 1 to X.
In other words, you have to capture Willy and then Sigma.
And that they combined robots, say, those of the Mega Man X and those of the normal Mega Man. That instead of there being 8 robots, there were about 10 to say.
Well, the story, right?
Well, don't forget to write to Periférico Sur 4121, Colonia Fuentes del Tobergal, zip code 14141. Oh, and don't forget to include your address on your phone to tell us if you're an expert, but are you really experts? In any game, in which you want, for example, to share the tips, tricks, shortcuts, I don't know.
Exactly, but you know what?
Es muy importante que sean unas verdaderas truchas en el juego y que realmente así nos puedan platicar. Y estamos en contacto. Muchas gracias. Que sean verdaderas.